To Tuesday morning. This is the math e-learning for today. This will cover Google Classroom assignment called page 185, numbers 1 through 6. Today we'll cover 6 different skills that we'll be reviewing: area of trapezoids, exponents, greatest common factor, perimeter of rectangles, distributive property, and the area of triangles. Feel free to use this video however you like. You can pause it, you can rewatch it, whatever you need to do. Okay, let's start with number 1. We're going to find the area of a trapezoid. I'm going to draw a trapezoid first, and then I'll label it with some numbers here. Okay, now the first step that you want to do is rewrite the formula for a trapezoid. So the formula for a trapezoid is A equals 1/2 h, stands for height, base 1 plus base 2 are inside of the parentheses. Now wherever I see a number that I can replace the letter with, I'm going to do so. So in this case, I don't know what the A is still. I do know the height. The height's right here. It's a 5, so I'm going to put 1/2 times 5. The reason I'm multiplying by 5 is because anytime you have a number and a letter next to each other, it means they are being multiplied. So 1/2 times 5. And then in the parentheses, B1 is right here, 8.5, plus B2, which in this case is 11.5. Then I just simplify. 1/2 times 5. If I add 8.5 plus 11.5, it equals 20. Now I have a choice. Since I'm multiplying 1/2 times 5, and remember, anytime you have a parentheses going on, it means you're multiplying as well, if they're next to a number. I can multiply this 1/2 times 5, or I can multiply the 1/2 times 20 first. I can use the commutative property of multiplication that we learned yesterday, or reviewed yesterday. So I'm going to multiply the 1/2 times the 20 first. I feel like that would be easier. So 1/2 times 20 is 10. Then I drop the times 5. And then I just multiply 10 times 5, which is 50. So my area is 50. So this is how you find the area of a trapezoid using the formula right here. Okay, let's move on to number 2. Okay, what is the value of the expression 13 squared? Okay, 13 squared, what they're asking us to do is to multiply 13 times itself. We then want us to write it down 2 times and then multiply. So it's 13, whoops. It is 13 once, 13 again. I've written it down twice and then put a multiply sign in between, and then I simply just multiply. 13 times 13, 9, 3. Don't forget your 0 because you're multiplying by 10, not by 1. 3 and 1. The value of 13 squared is 169. This is the example for number 2. Let's move on to number 3. You have 24 carrots and 72 peas. What is the greatest number of identical vegetable plates you can make with no vegetables left over? Okay, we are going to be using our factor rainbow. To do this, what we're looking for is the greatest common factor. Anytime they're asking about this kind of a problem, it's the greatest common factor. So I'm going to write the list for 24 and for 72. Okay, looking for factors. This is similar to our rainbow, but I'm not going to do the curved part. I'm just going to list them out. So 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. So those are my factors for 24. And now here are my factors for 72. It's 1 times 72, 2 times 36, 3 times 24, and 4 times 18. Okay, and those are my factors. I'm going to write these above because I know you can't see them. Okay, these are my factors for 24 and 72. Now I'm looking for the greatest factor that they both have in common. Okay, they both have a 1 in common, but that's obviously not the greatest. They have 2 in common, but that's not the greatest. 3, 4. If I keep looking down the list, it appears that 24 is our greatest common factor. So the answer to our problem is we can make 24 identical vegetable plates and not have any left over. Okay, let's move on. Number 4. What's the perimeter of the rectangle with the vertices shown? So I'm going to do my best to draw a quick grid for you. Okay, I'm trying to make it 6 by 6. Okay, and I'll label it. So that's 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now let me give you the points that they want us to use. We're going to be using these ones right here. Okay, so let's put some dots. Let's plot these out. So the first one is 1, 1. It's right there. 1, 4, right there. 4, 4, it's right here. And then 4, 1 is right there. Okay, so this is my shape. And they want us to find the perimeter. So to find the perimeter, I'm going to be counting how many lines all the way around it is. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I'm done. So my answer is 12. So the perimeter of this particular shape is 12. That's how you do number 4. Let's move on to number 5. This is the example for number 5. They want us to use the distributive property to simplify this expression. So here's what we do. We rewrite the problem first. Now here's what I can do for the distributive property. Instead of just keeping it as 6 times 92, I can change it to 6 times, and then I can break the 92 into 2 parts. 90 plus 2. That's going to make my problem much easier. Now, I will multiply the 6 times the first number and times the second number, and then add them together. So, here's what that looks like. 6 times the 90, I know that 6 times 9 is 54, and then I can just add the 0 onto the end of it. 6 times 90 is 540, and then I do 6 times 2, which is 12. Add these two together, 552. So that's how I use the distributive property to simplify an expression like the one above. Okay, let's move to our last one for today. What's the area in square yards of the triangle below? Let me draw a triangle. So if my triangle is this, and I'll label it 9 feet and 4 feet. Okay, so now I want to use the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 times the base times the height. That's how I find the area of a triangle. So rewriting here, my base is right here, so I'll write that down. 1/2 times 4 times the height, which is 9. And then I simply simplify. Remember, I can multiply 1/2 times 4 first, or I can multiply 1/2 times 9 first. In this case, it makes more sense to multiply the 1/2 times the 4 first. So 1/2 times 4 is 2. Continuing to simplify. So the area of my triangle is 18 feet squared. Okay. That is all for today. Now it's your turn. Please go to your Google form and you can fill out page 185, numbers 1 through 6 after you work it out. Have a good day.